I welcome you to a discussion. This discussion is on stress management. Stress management. Stress is a normal physiological response. Stress is a normal physiological response to challenging situations, but when it's chronic, it can significantly impact health. So, when we say someone is stressed, we are simply saying they are responding to some challenges around them, which is normal. But when this stress becomes chronic, then it becomes a problem because it has some serious challenges with the body. So, when you look at stress, there are so many ways the body responds to stress. Because there are some what we call physiological mechanisms that are at play. There are physiological mechanisms that are at play when one is stressed. One of the physiological mechanisms that is at play when somebody is stressed is fight or flight, or flight or fight, whichever. But you must understand the body. The moment you are stressed, the body is going to respond physiologically by causing a change. There's going to be a change in the heart rate, there's going to be a change in the blood pressure, there's going to be a change in respiration. And then these changes that are happening, are caused by the sympathetic nervous system. Is automatically activated when you are stressed. This is going to actually lead to the release of hormones, and the hormones such as adrenaline and noradrenaline, adrenaline or noradrenaline. These hormones, if you go back to your biology, you know that when adrenaline and noradrenaline are released, they are going to cause your body adjust. You feel, flight and fight at the same time. And when these hormones are triggered, you must understand also they are going to increase your respiration, they're going to increase your heart rate, they're going to increase your blood pressure, they're going also to increase the metabolic rate in your body. The other thing is what we call the HPA axis. That is another physiological response, the HPA axis. The HPA axis is actually simply the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal. The hypothalamic and the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal. This HPA, it's just a combination of the hypothalamic part, the hypothalamus, then the pituitary, which is part of the hypothalamus. Then we have the adrenaline axis. This is a complex, actually, a neuroendocrine system. It's quite complex, but for the sake just of the knowledge, you must understand that usually when you are stressed, actually, it is triggered. Actually, it regulates the stress response. This one, the HPA, regulates the stress response. It actually involves, as I've said, the hypothalamus. It also involves the pituitary gland and the adrenal gland. So there are three glands that are going to be triggered by stress. I've said the hypothalamus, then we have the pituitary gland, then we have the adrenal gland. This is going to lead to the release of cortisol. This is going to cause the release of cortisol. Now, when the sympathetic nervous system is activated, when the sympathetic nervous system is activated, there are things that are going to be actually, manifest in your body. And one of the things I've said, one is there is going to be increased heart rate and blood pressure. There's going to be increase in the heart rate and the blood pressure. So you find that the sympathetic nervous system increases the heart rate and blood pressure to deliver more oxygen to the muscles, preparing the body for an action. So when you are just distressed, the body takes it as if there is something that has come, which is a threat. So it's going to respond because there is high demand of oxygen in the muscles or the cells, as well as there's a high need of even nutrients for a response to that pressure, or rather that fright that has come forth. So it's going to definitely increase the heart rate and the blood pressure. Number three, it is going to cause a dilation of the pupils. Dilation of the pupils. So the pupil is going to dilate. This allows more light. Okay, when the pupil dilates, it's going to allow more light, enhancing vision and alertness. Because look, the body has detected, say no, there's something that is, fearful, that is frightening. So what is going to do is that your eye must be, your visual ability must do what? Must be sharpened. So it's going to do what? To enhance it, as well as the ability of you to be alert, because there's something that is already threatening. So your pupil is going to dilate. That is the second thing. When the sympathetic nervous system has been activated as you are stressed. The third thing is there'll be increased respiration. So increased respiration is going to be rapid breathing, or we call it tachypnea in medical terms. It's called tachypnea. Then this one is, there's that increase or rapid breathing just to supplement, or rather to deliver sufficient oxygen to the body and providing sufficient energy in preparation for what? For a fright and fight response. Okay, that is all about these responses that are going to happen. In the next segment, we're going to look in particular of those systems I said that are triggered. So we're going to look at the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. What is really happening in the hypothalamic adrenal axis, hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis? What is really happening? That's what we're going to discuss in our next